Well, it's great to have you here on BuzzChats. We'll just jump right in. Tell me, did young Hayley ever think she'd end up in mining?
Honestly, no. So, as someone who has been in the industry for 15 years, I started out when I was 18 and I literally did not know what I wanted to do with my life. So, getting the opportunity to get a housekeeping job at a mine site through my dad was an opportunity where I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to, make some pretty good money for now, and then I'll be able to kind of figure out what I want to do. Um, so the fact that I have been in the industry now for 15 years, I'm super grateful to be here. I love it. I didn't, it wasn't until I'd left my catering job, I thought that it would be over, but the fact that I'm back, I'm like, I love it. It's great.
You're meant to be here. The industry loves you as well. Okay, so tell me in your words, what's it like working in the Bowen Basin? My understanding is you're FIFO, keen to understand your take on it all.
So working in the Bowen Basin, it's tough, but like it's also really rewarding. One thing I really like about it is everyone seems to be connected in some sort of way. It's kind of like small town vibes. So I'm a very big advocate when it comes to trying not to burn your bridges in this industry, because of how small it is. And I feel like the Bowen Basin is like that, but there's so many opportunities out here. As remote as it seems, I love the Bowen Basin because there are so many sites and there are so many opportunities, especially for women.
That's such a good point. It was only yesterday that I ran into someone at a workwear event that I used to work with at Curra on site. I was like, wow, uh, talk about small world. So, yeah, it
Yes,
is
yes, yep.
tiny. Do you enjoy working at site? I'd love to hear a great memory, whether it was from when you're in utilities or now that you're in electrical apprenticeship.
Yeah, definitely. So I really enjoy working at the site that I work at. I enjoy getting my hands dirty, and there's a lot of problem solving every day that comes with my job. And one of the really good memories that I've had, it only happened recently, and it really did make me realize that I am going to be really, really good at this trade. Is I actually got put on a job, and it was kind of like a little project to work on by myself, and it was a job where I had to reconnect our degreasing bay, and I had to work off three different breakers, isolated, and yeah, I had to had to run new cable, and I kind of had to figure it all out myself. And I still had my tradie that would come over and make sure that I was doing everything to standards, because
Yeah.
electricians have to work by standards. It was really challenging. It took me 2.5 days. Luckily, being an apprentice on site, they're really, really understanding when it comes to the situation. So they just said, look, take your time. We want you to do this right, because you can't really mess with electrical anyway. It took me 2.5 days, and at some points I was not pulling my hair out, but I was having a little bit of a difficult time, and I figured it out eventually. And then when I got to the end and we turned all the breakers back on and we were doing all our testing and commissioning, and everything worked, and
Oh,
everything just looked really beautiful. Like, I was so proud of myself, and it was really, like, it was awesome. I was like, oh my God, I can do this. I can so do this. Because there are definitely days where I'm like, "Ah, what am I doing?" But then, and then I'm like, I don't know anything. And then there are days where I'm like, I know some stuff. So yeah, that happened recently, and I was like, oh, this is this is good. It was a good feeling. So,
it's good that you've recognised that even though it was a bit longer than maybe you thought you'd do it in, you got there in the end,
yeah.
you pushed through. They're the rewarding moments. So good on you. I'm proud of you. So we'll shift gears a bit. Hayley, tell me what it's like to be comfortable?
Yeah, so comfort is a big one, especially, being one of the only girlies working in a male populated industry. So like, it is to be safe physically and emotionally. Being part of a crew where I am one of the only women, it can be a little bit hard. So what it means to me is being supported by supervisors, but also being able to speak up without fear is also a big one. Um, yeah, and just having more women in the section as well. So there's more support and, just someone being your backup at the end of the day as well. So that's comfort for me.
And on the flip side, can you remember a time on site where maybe you haven't felt that comfortable and it's more been in the uncomfortable, and what that was like for you and how you moved it from being uncomfortable into that comfort section?
Yeah, so this year actually, we went through some pretty major changes when it comes to company, different, like a company leaving and then another company taking on our mine site. So with all of these changes, we had a lot of people leave, and we actually did have a lot of women leave as well. And in that time, those positions have been replaced with men. And for a little while there, um, I was I was a little bit down about it, only just because we'd lost some amazing women, and I miss them being around. But something that has taught me a lot of resilience and confidence, being able to work in these areas. But also, I've realized as well, if you don't see the representation in the room, then be that representation. So every time I'm a little uncomfortable, or if I'm a little bit down that I don't have a work bestie anymore, or I don't have those kind of people that are in my area, I just need to think, I'll be that representation.
You've got an incredible mindset. I'm in awe. You should be really proud of everything you're doing. I think you are, like you said, the representation, and you're a great role model of that.
I want to say on that as well, like, I feel like if there's a problem, it can be solved. Like, every problem can be solved. So I feel like if you can have that kind of mindset coming into this kind of industry, you're going to do great.
Yeah,
There's
that's
always
true.
different pathways and different problems that can be solved. So
Great advice. Something a bit lighter. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the mining resources industry?
I'm honestly going to say either a 7 or an 8, or maybe a solid 8, because the opportunities are there for women. There's so many, but I still have a big way to go, in terms of maybe more support for women. But also, once women are employed, like, we need more support when it comes into like retaining women as well. Like, what are we doing for women once they have been hired? Because that's the easy part. It's keeping them around.
Yeah, no, 100%. I just remember something really simple, like when I first entered the industry living in camp, I could see the dining room, the mess from my room, but there was no lights between my room and the dining hall, so I drove.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's just little
yeah,
things, like just put some
it is
lights in.
little things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those sort of things make you want to stay, make you feel comfortable, like they mean a lot. But
Yeah, and I think on that as well, like little things that are major, toilets,
yeah,
and even providing free sanitary products is something that I love about my site. Is there's a lot of toilets around, and in every toilet, including Moranbah Airport, there are free sanitary products, and
that's
it needs
great.
to happen more, because when I see stuff like that, I'm always like, oh, you want me here? Like, this is support.
Exactly. And again, one of my experiences when I was FIFO, I got my period when I was out on site, and it was like whatever you had
Yeah.
to live there, no car, no shops, no nothing. I went to the camp, and there was nothing. There was 3 or 4
Oh,
different versions of men's deodorant, and there was no tampons, no pads. So like,
that's scary.
luckily we flew out the next day, and I found enough
Yep.
in my bag to like get by. But it's just little things,
The
and then I
panic
think,
though.
yeah, for sure, because you're like, shit, do I have anything in my backpack? Like, because that's all you've got.
Yep.
You've got your backpack, and like, screw, yeah.
Yep.
So I am so glad to hear that's come a long way. That's a relief.
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad for that.
Yeah. I know it's not everywhere, but it
Mm.
is slowly happening, and more companies, if they are watching this, more employers just need to do it. They
Yeah,
just need to do it. It's honestly something that makes me feel good every time I see it.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'm on board with that. But Hayley, let's wrap up. Every Buzz Chat, we wrap up with a buzzword wrap. So
Yep.
just keen to wrap up your experience on site in one word.
In one word.
In one word.
Oh my God. Um, Possibility. Yeah,
Oh,
possibility, because there's so many possibilities for this industry. If you get the chance to try the mining industry, give it a go. I know it's not for everyone, but give it a go if it's something you're interested in.
love that.
So
Let's leave it there, but thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure
thank you.
chatting.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it and I miss you.
Oh, same. Maybe in person
We should catch
soon.
up for a coffee actually one day.
We should. That sounds great.